Have you ever been at a restaurant having a wonderful time with your partner or maybe your friends, and over there on the other side of the restaurant you see a couple going at it? They are having a heated argument. It is not pretty. It's like a car accident. You're kind of looking over there saying, I really shouldn't be looking at that, but you're like rubbernecking to see what's going on, and then you see flashes of moments over there that you're like, oh my goodness, I have done that in an argument and that does not look pretty. Woo! Maybe that's something I really want to correct. Having an argument and doing it in such a way where both parties maintain their integrity and both parties feel like they are listening and have been heard and finding a solution, it's a skill. It's one that each and every one of us can master. And today we're going to be going through 7 little tools or 7 little things that each and every one of us can use to be able to maintain our integrity, come to a solution with our partner or a colleague or a friend with minimal bloodshed. Welcome back. If it's your first time here, hi, my name is Vanessa. I'm a life and relationship coach, and I help people get to what they want. Sometimes we get stuck in moments of our life where there's a challenge that's before us, or it's a consistent pattern that's coming back and re-emerging over and over again in our relationships, and you feel stuck and helpless and you don't know what to do. It all comes down to having tools or techniques to be able to resolve whatever's before you and get unstuck. And as a life and relationship coach, I do that by teaching my clients a few little tools and techniques to be able to increase their self-confidence so they can actually go back and tackle those challenges that have them stuck somewhere in their life, be able to address them and move forward to create the life that they want. So now let's get to it. How do you have an argument where both people can maintain their integrity, be heard and feel like you're listening and hearing, and attain a solution? It starts with keep it logical and don't let your emotions get the best of you. I know I myself, I have a tendency to get hot. And I have a tendency to get hot when I feel like I'm not being heard. And that also comes out of fear, right? Or that you feel like you're not going to be loved in a moment. And each and every one of us experience that. So by keeping it logical and not letting our emotions get the best of us, because that happens with this little area here in the back of our brain, it's called the amygdala, and it releases stress hormones and it helps you feel that you're insecure and you're angry and you don't know what to do with yourself. Taking a couple of deep breaths and not allowing your emotions to get the best of you allows you to stay present and allows you to focus on what's before you. Number 2, using I statements. Have you been in a situation, in a conflict where somebody's saying, you! What does that do to you? Right? It does bring out the worst in you. By using an I statement, you can stay on topic and say that I feel in this moment that I'm not heard, instead of saying, you never listen to me, because it never gets us anywhere. So keep it by using I statements when you're in an argument. Don't bring up the past. Sometimes when you're in a heated argument, something happened a couple of weeks ago and you just let it go and you just reach back there from a couple of weeks ago and you bring it and throw it in this argument, and it really has no place here. It's like apples and oranges. Whatever the topic is that you're talking about right now, keep it on topic. Don't bring things up from the past. Number 4, listen and clarify what you don't understand. Each and every one of us have had our own life experiences, and we look at life through these kind of rose-colored glasses, and we add our perspective to whatever it is that's in front of us. Understanding that when we're in this conversation or in a heated argument, clarity is such an important factor. So when you're listening and you feel like you don't understand something, stop and say, just to clarify, what I hear you saying is this. It allows both people to stop and kind of listen. One, it gives the other person an opportunity to respond and explain their point, and it allows the other person to be able to be present and listen and say, okay, I understand what you're going through, what you're explaining as you move through in your argument. It's so important to make a request and not to complain. If you're having an argument, for example, because your partner throws all of their dirty clothes everywhere but in the hamper, instead of saying, you throw all your clothes all over the place, and it just maintains both parties in a heated place, say, my request in this moment that we're having an argument about dirty laundry is that please put all of your dirty clothes into the laundry basket. It allows you to be more solution focused. You've addressed what the point of the heated argument is, and then you can go ahead and move forward. Also, having an argument for an hour is exhausting, and there's nothing so important that anybody needs to be arguing for an hour. So taking a time out, 20 or 30 minutes where people go into their own perspective corners, take a couple of, 30 minutes to just kind of calm down and regroup the thoughts and figure out what it is that you want in that argument and the other person wants in that argument, so you can come to a resolution and be able to move forward in your life. It's so important. And then decide what is worth an argument. Each and every one of us are human beings, and we have moments in life that, something just overtakes you and you just don't have the faculties to be able to keep things in control. If you as a partner or a colleague or a friend can recognize that, there's no reason to add to it because you feel like you have to be right, or you feel like at that moment you need to address something that's super obvious. So it's important to decide what's important and what's worth an argument. Sometimes it's just let it go because it's not important. What's the best part of having an argument? It's making up. Listening to your partner when they share what it is that they went through allows you to have empathy and to be able to connect. And it's easy to use phrases when you are making up, like, I can see how you felt like that. Or it could be another phrase like, I can see how you must have felt in that moment. And it allows you to just reconnect, have empathy and have compassion for one another, and be able to build on that trust and bond. And also, making up is wonderful. Making love with one another, or sitting down and cuddling and watching a movie, or going out and having physical activity together that allows you to just bond as a couple is so important. And know and share your triggers. For example, my trigger is that I feel that I'm not heard, or I feel like I'm criticized in an argument. It's important to state that. I feel like in this moment that I'm being criticized or that I'm not being heard. And it's easy for your partner to turn around and say, okay, that's not my intention. What I'm saying is this. And if you can state your trigger, then it allows both parties to be, okay, this is where we are as we're having the conversation. Stay clear and make sure to use words and sentences properly so that both parties feel like they're heard, both parties listen, and both parties are focused on a solution. I hope that these little tips will allow you to master the art of having an argument where both parties get to maintain their integrity, both parties feel that they're heard, and that we're both listening with our soft ears, and the focus is always that of being able to compromise and come together and move forward. Every Thursday, I drop a new video. It's great content. If you like what you hear, give me a thumbs up. Always comment if it's something that you've learned or something that you have used in your own life and experience. And if you like it, share it with other people, because this platform is all about us evolving and learning and being the best version of ourselves. And sometimes in our own circle of influence, we don't get the kind of information that allows us to be better. So if this is something that you like and it makes you feel good and you're learning stuff, please take a moment to share and remember to subscribe. It was so good to have you here. Comment below. You can always find me at vanessaleecurley.com, which is my website. And if you're looking to have some more tools and techniques to help you get unstuck in whatever challenges before you, connect with me. Remember, guys, when we value ourselves, we value each other. Take care.